All right, welcome everybody. This is the 21 Days Mentorship Program with Sam Harvard. Permit me to use a background music, and I hope it is not disturbing your concentration and you are still able to hear me. Okay, so today's day one, and it's the beginning of a 21-day journey that is going to be very routine-like. It's going to be highly spiritual. I must warn you. That's why I have this kind of background, and my color is a bit faded. All right, so that you know that this is serious business. All right, I'm so excited that you are able to join me on this journey. Even though the journey was rough for a couple of people, and I'm speaking to those who are watching this live, who are doing this live with me, and those who are going to be watching the replay later, or those who are going to be running this program a lot later, which is going to be self-paced. So just assume that I'm live with you doing this, and we're going to have a lot of fun together in the next few days. All right, so I want you to avoid every form of distraction. We're going to be live together like this minimum once a day, physically, this way, and this is going to make a lot of sense. Just try to clear your schedule and join me at the set time. If you're watching the replay, set your own perfect time to go through each of the days, each of the lectures and sessions that we're going to have together in each of the day. Why we're having this session together is so that some of us can be pushed into practicing the things we're going to be discussing, and we are not just going to leave you to doing these things on your own. A lot of people cannot hold up on this kind of practices on their own, and this is the essence for you doing this alongside with me. All right, so what is it that we are going to be doing, and what really is this all about? I figured out that almost everyone on this program, if not everyone on this program, as a matter of fact, everyone on this program, because if you are not on this table, you necessarily shouldn't be here. Everyone on this program does not currently have the type of results they believe they deserve. You do not have the type of output that is commensurate with your input, that is commensurate with your level, that is commensurate with the things that has gone into you. Some of us here struggle so hard to get some things that we assume should be easy. We struggle hard to get them done. Some of you get good results, but you know you are bigger than where you are. You know you are mightier than where you are. And one of the first things I'm going to share today on this opening session is to tell you the difference between success and prosperity. The difference between success and prosperity. All right? Sometimes what impedes our prosperity is our inability to appreciate our successes. Let me repeat that. Write that down. What impedes your prosperity? Why you don't have $1 million in your account right now is because you do not celebrate and appreciate your successes, which means it's not just one success, it's multiple successes that you've had. You do not appreciate the success you have recorded so far because you equate success to prosperity. Because you do not have the physical representation of prosperity, you assume you are not successful. And because what you are going to learn tonight is very true, your entire life feels you are a failure in one thing or another, or your entire life feels you are not where you are supposed to be. Okay, so one of the first things we're going to learn tonight is a difference between prosperity and success. Because after tonight, your first assignment today is to begin your journey of gratitude. All right? Is to begin your journey of gratitude. I believe nobody is listening to me on a deathbed. None of you is in the hospital, intensive care, in a coma with different machines connected all over your body just to keep you alive. None of you. All right? To the man or woman who is in the hospital, who doesn't know his or her faith, is praying to be like you. All right? He's praying. I mean, some of them have money. Maybe that's even why they are still alive. Barely alive. They are willing to give away everything they have in cash just to have some few more years. This is the journey of gratitude. So our goal today, one, is to lay a foundation of everything we're going to be doing the next 21 days and why we are doing them. Number two is to establish the difference, all right, between prosperity and success. And then finally, to be able to build the attitude of gratitude. The attitude of gratitude. What you appreciate appreciates in value. Let me repeat that. Let me say it in another way. Whatever you appreciate appreciates your own value. When you learn to appreciate everything that comes around you or that happens in your life, you begin to appreciate in value as well. Because appreciation, just like the word means to grow, makes you grow. And as you grow in life, you attract everything you need for that new level of your life. All right, there is a level that you need to work. There is a level you need to run. There is a level you need to ride a car. There is a level you need to take an airplane, commercial. There's a level you even upgrade the airplane to business class or first class. And there's a level that you need to travel by PJ. These are levels in life. All right. And each of these levels is not just to show, it's because necessity requires those things. All right. Necessity requires those things. And as you get to that level, it becomes natural for you. It is difficult for me to fly some kind of airline, what's it called now, class right now. It's difficult. I mean, it is just difficult. I tried this recently, and I know I'm not meant for it. It's not me. Not anymore. It is now natural for me to fly high class. So natural. It doesn't matter what the price is. I was talking to somebody and I was talking about returning to Dubai. And the person was like, have you booked your flights? You know, prices are going up. I said, is it not money that they have to pay for the flight? I said, we'll pay. No matter what it's going to be, we will pay. All right. My life has grown to a level. Remember, growing up is different from growing old. So never confuse this growth with age. It's very important. My life has grown to a level where some things are no longer convenient, some things are no longer needed, and some things are now necessities. They are not luxury. To the outsider, they think is luxury. To you, based on your level, it becomes a necessity. Okay? So let's start tonight by talking about the difference between prosperity and success. The difference between prosperity and success. I'm going to read a write-up that is an inspiration that has lasted for about 6,000 years. This write-up has lasted for about 6,000 years. It has been translated into different languages. and it meant different things for different people. Interestingly, this Eden write-up, an ancient write-up that I'm about to read to you right now, is the foundation of every human being ability to have abundance, to be everything they want to be. It is the foundation of everything. And that is the foundation of what we are going to be doing in the next 21 days anyway. So before I read that, let me quickly say this so that we be clear. Everyone who's listening to me here, you are not lazy. If you are lazy, you are not supposed to be in this class. You have not even done part 1. You are not lazy. You are only here because you are not yet at the level of the result you want. All right? You are not yet there. You might be having some results and you might not even have any results. But the truth is, others succeed in what you do, but you don't get what you want. Others do half of what you have done and they get amazing results. But you put in everything. Why has your own case been different? Why have you put in so much energy, so much effort, but you don't get as much result as you are supposed to have? I've told you my story over time, how I struggled in network marketing and some other businesses. I did network marketing, I did freelancing, I did consulting, I did training. All right. I did a couple of other businesses before them. But all of these things, running project through governments, there's a name they call this, a technocratism or something. So we were creating different project ideas that can brand the government, and we send it. They look at our proposals, they were like, wow. But they will award the same proposal to an amateur that would do nothing but, eat and swallow the money. And we were on this for years, and nothing was forthcoming. I mean, I used to be in love with a lady then. She was the love of my life. She left me and married another man because every day is about this project. Oh, this project. What happened to this project? They did not give it to us. Oh, we are working on another one. This another one. Oh my God! And the people we are showing this project to are telling us this is fantastic. This is great. Unfortunately, they didn't release the money. And it went like that for about 5-6 years of my life, struggling. And when you hear me speak, you say, this guy is intelligent. This guy knows a lot of things. But my results is nothing compared to the effort I was putting in. I tried everything. As a matter of fact, I also believe maybe some evil power were against me. I went to church. They prophesied to everyone else except me. I don't know if you have been in that shoe. They are seeing vision for everybody else. That is why at some point when they said they used to arrange all those prophecies, I started to believe them, because how could God be wicked? And I've prayed for years, telling him my problems, and he's so much using this man of God, but man of God refused to hear for me. What did I do? Am I so poor that God is ashamed to be related or to want to speak to me or to talk about me? I remember traveling several miles to a city called Lagos in Nigeria to attend a program by a very popular prophet. I won't mention his name, but his surname starts with S, so you can guess. Very, very popular, big one. That's private jets now. All right. And then one of the guys who were going together was like, on the second day, say, Sam, my number must come out today. Say, yes, sir, our number must come out. All of us will gather, join. We're like 4 or 5. We travel from different cities to attend this crusade. Unfortunately, none of our numbers came out. They were calling people next to us. They were seeing visions for them. So I thought that was my problem. I thought that was what's wrong with me. I did everything I do. None of these things changed. Okay? And a certain year came. At the beginning of that year, things were so bad for me. that I lost my apartment. I was kicked out, sent out by the owner of the apartment because I could not come up to pay the rent. How much was I owing? After 30,000 naira, because it was in Nigeria. 30,000 naira would be about $60 or so. That was all I was owing. So I became homeless. One of the best days of my life. I remember after packing my things into a goat house, I was wearing a white shirt that day. I had sweat. I was drenched. My white shirt was soaked and, of course, stained with dust and all of that from moving my luggage. And I kept it in a goat house. And my friend had come to assist. And we were walking together towards the main road. In my mind, I don't know where I was going to sleep that night. All I had on me was new notes of 500 naira. 8 pieces, making 4,000 naira. That was all I had in heaven, on earth, under the earth. Where else? Everywhere you can, all the 9 planets. That was all that I had to my name. 8 notes of 500 naira. Brand new. It was minty. I didn't remember where I got it from, but somehow that was all I had. And I was hoping my friend would allow me stay in his house, at least for the night. It was a Sunday night. They say weeping endures for the night, but joy comes in the morning. I'm telling this story so that some of you can see that your situation is better than mine, maybe, or your situation is similar to mine, or maybe your situation is maybe slightly worse, maybe. I don't even think anybody's situation is worse because you all paid more than what I was owing to be in this class. So your situation is not worse than what mine used to be. But I'm going to paint a picture out of this. So I told my friend, please, can I? He said, you can't come to my house. So, I just got married. Although there are rooms in his house, but I understood, newly wedded couple. So he said, God will help you, my friend. He called a cab and zoomed off. And I was standing alone around 9 p.m. that evening, soaked, dirty, with only 4,000 naira left to my name. All the things I had, I didn't have plenty load. So just a mattress, a standing fan, one tabletop double gas cooker. That was all I had. And then 2 bags of clothes, small bags, not large bags. I couldn't have anything. I use 1 shoe a year, or sometimes the shoe takes up to 2 years. I don't buy another shoe until the previous shoe becomes bad. And my shoes were 1,900 to 2,500 naira worth. The most expensive shoe I used during that period was 2,500. That's probably going to be about $5. That was the most expensive shoes I had at the time. And so this particular day, I stood there and I was just smiling. I was wondering what has happened to me and what my life is going to become. I didn't know where to go. My money cannot take an hotel room. Hotel room is even a luxury. Here, with 4K, with hotel. Even if the hotel is 1K, I can't afford it. So, while I was just smiling, I knew one thing for sure. I am driven. I am not lazy. I work hard. I have ideas. I know it's only a matter of time. Things will change for the better. But I don't know when. And I can't stop but thinking maybe there is a trigger. Maybe there is something I could do that will make this change to happen that I've not yet done. Lesson number 1. Every time you found yourself doing everything required, but you are not getting the expected results, you have not done everything. There is still one more thing you needed to do. And that is where wisdom comes in. Wisdom shows you what is left, all right, to be done. So while I was just thinking about that, I remember the lady that had liked me so much, and I know she will sacrifice a lot for me. So I said, They sent me out of my house, so I don't know if I can come and sleep in your house. I just needed a place to sleep. And this lady said, Sam, as much as I would have loved you to come stay in my house, it is a risk I'm not willing to take. I said, no, I will not even know that you are there. He said, no, it's not about you, it's about me. I said, okay. So can you help me? He said, I have a suggestion. There's a friend who stays weekend with his family. He's going to resume work the following day, which is a Monday. I have the key to his house. You can go spend the night in his house, provided you leave the house before 6 a.m. and you don't touch anything in the house that will make him know that you were there. But I'm willing to take this risk just for you. I said, I'll manage that. So I took a bike, got the key, went to this guy's house, and I slept like Fidi here. If you don't understand Yoruba, I mean, like I slept like one side. I could not roll. I didn't enter his bedroom. I slept on the sofa, the three-seater sofa. That was where I slept, because there's no way I will rumple the sofa now. So I did, something like that. I cleaned everything before I left, everything, make sure it was clean. So it was a new day, and that was the beginning of a new life for me. So that was how I started that year. But something happened to me. The same business, the same things I've been doing for years. Somebody introduced one of such things to me, one of such businesses to me. It was network marketing. I'm not saying you should do network marketing. I'm just telling my story of how I saw a very swift change in something I've always done but didn't get results. You know what you have always done. You know the type of results you want. You know where you are missing it out. And I was told about this program in May, June, July, August, September. I remember by September, the following things had happened to me. Number one, I had moved from the house where I was paying 80,000 naira per year. 80,000 is less than $200. To a house where I now pay 530,000 naira per year. So from less than $200 to more than $1,000 per year. That was not all. What I was paying my two security men was 25,000 a piece per month, which is 50,000 per month. And that is another 1,200 US dollars. So service charge of my apartment was slightly above my rent. So I was paying about 600,000 for my guards, just guards. I had bought two cars, one of them brand new, one of them well used. All right. And apart from that, I had helped 25 people, if I count correctly, to make minimum of 5 million within those 5 to 6 month period. Minimum of 5 million, that's about $10,000. I had in my accounts that period 27 million naira. Please listen to this transformation. All these things I'm saying, they are small testimonies now. I mean, life has gone very good. They are small. But from somebody who was homeless, from somebody who was thrown on the street and didn't know where to go. All right. How did I survive the next day? I moved into an uncompleted building. That's a story for another day. So we are together in 21 days. I was going to touch all these stories. All right. Uncompleted building, no electricity, no water, no nothing. I just go there to sleep. I spend my day in the cyber cafe. I wasn't doing Yahoo. I became friends to everybody coming to browse. I wasn't paid salary. They gave me one corner. I have my own corner. I resumed there 8 a.m., used their internet, all right, press computer, keep doing what I know to do. Keep doing what I know to do. By the time I started doing marketing, I will walk into the banking hall. I will withdraw with ATM outside. I will fill deposit slip to deposit the same money so that we'll have a good cost to be inside the banking hall. But what am I doing? I will join the long queue on Guarantee Trust Bank, because Guarantee Trust Bank always have long queue in Nigeria. And I will start to talk to everybody that is in front of me till I get to the front. When I get to the front, I will go back again. Sometimes I do it like 1 circle, 2 circle. So my goal is that I will not leave this bank until I make money to feed for that day, which is 1,300, which is the commission I get for signing one person up at 6,600. So that was my commission for signing somebody up. So that was my feeding money for the day. So I must get it for that particular day. So this is me struggling. All right. We're still going to talk about how I moved out, how everything happened little by little, but it is not really about my process. It is about the principle that birthed the process. So why did I tell you this story? It is possible to move from nothing to abundance in a short period and repeat it over and over and over again. So that is an encouragement to somebody who thinks, I've done everything. My story is just not right. Everybody is doing affiliate marketing and making money. I am struggling. Everybody is selling this type of product. I am struggling with my own. Everybody is doing this type of business. I am struggling with my own. The first good news today is that what you have felt is a lie. You, yes, have done a lot of things, but there's still one more thing you've not done. And that is what we're going to unravel during this 21 days mentorship. You're going to hear a lot of my personal backstory that you would never hear anywhere, because I want these stories to be a guide holding you by the hands. Whatever country you are, whatever language you speak, provided you can understand me, in case this is subtitled later on, or maybe somebody translates this, provided you can understand me, you can be able to paint a picture of your own version, all right, of my story and how my life had come to where it is and how I am going to my own next level. So there is a new level I'm going to, and I want us to work together. The next 10 years of my life is going to operate based on the principles we're about to build in these 21 days. And I want everybody to take this more serious than anything else that you have ever seen. So let's get right into today. We are going to be dealing with the difference between prosperity and success. And I'm going to read this manuscript that is over 6,000 years old, translated from language to language. I tried to get the original translation, but you're just going to permit me to do the English and see how best we can pull something out. What I'm about to read to you is the secrets to anyone's greatness or success or wealth or whatever in this planet, on this planet, is a secret. Because I said it's in different languages, some people have been able to use it, while some have not been able to use it. But we will be building on this and we will be using this. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? All right. Fantastic. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Please listen very, very carefully. Listen very, very carefully. Listen very, very carefully. Some of you are going to be hearing this for the very first time in your life. This will shock you. This will shock you. This is the deepest secret. This is the deepest secret of success and prosperity. This is the deepest secret. Every secret society uses this as a basis for their prosperity, for their good success, for everything that they do, for their growth, their domination. And this is what is at the base of what they do. The same principle, the same ancient writing. I think the original manuscript is Aramaic, I think. Anyway, we're going to dissect this very well. So, but let me just read it to you in English. Please listen very, very carefully. All right? It was said by an ancient, very, very ancient prophet, very, very ancient prophet, that God Almighty, that's for those of you who believe in God, I do, I believe in God, inspired him and showed this ancient prophet a vision that made him write this particular manuscript. And this excerpt was taken out of the general writing that that old ancient prophet wrote down. So the prophet said that God told him that this book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success. Let me read it again. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth. So I want you to write down the word your mouth. Write it down. Your mouth. Your mouth. Write it down. Your mouth. Very important. But you shall meditate. Write another word down. Shall meditate. Shall meditate. Write it down. In it day and night. Write the word day and night. I'm going to start doing the same thing. So to do a recap, the first word we are writing down is the word your mouth. Second word we're writing down is the word shall, or the phrase shall meditate. The third one we're writing down is day and night. The fourth word we are writing down is observe. Observe. The fifth word we are writing down is to do. To do. To do is what we're writing down. To do. The sixth word we're writing down is the word prosperous. Aha. Prosperous. And the seventh word we're writing down is the word good. Success. There are 7 words, 7 key words that we are picking. And 7 is a symbol of perfection for those of you who believe in numbers. Your mouth shall meditate day and night, observe to do, and prosperous, then good success. Our goal is a 6 and 7. So put 6 and 7 as the output. Output. All right. Put 6 and 7 as output. That is what you want. That is why you're here. That is why you're on this program. You want to continuously experience 6 and 7. Output. So in these ancient manuscripts, some of you don't know, it's in the Bible. If you know your Bible, is in Joshua 1:8. Yeah? All right. It's in Joshua 1:8. It was revealed to a mighty warrior fighter named Joshua, and he wrote it down. And that guy was the only guy that had the ability or that ever experienced the power of stopping time in the history of human existence on this time-driven planet. The guy is not in Avengers Infinity War or Endgame where they did time warp, whatever. The only guy that did it real life was this Joshua guy. For 12 hours, time stood still. Some people said that's why the years are not complete. I don't know, but time stood still because of this guy. So he was such a powerful guy. So his life, his success in the military, his success as a leader of a nation, all boils down to these simple 7 steps. And these 7 steps, this 7 group of words is what is going to make your life all you want it to be. All right. We are going to examine each of these over the next 21 days. If I go into this next 3 hours, I'm still training and I've not even gone halfway. So we're going to be breaking all of this down during these 21 days. I go back and forth, but the practice of what we want to do is where we are going to get into. Now, what is the difference between prosperity and success? Prosperity is abundance, increase. All right? When you prosper, you have abundance. Abundance means you have enough for what you need and extra. All right? That is abundance. That is abundance. Can somebody type for me? If you're watching this replay, you're not live with me now, I want you to write down, but I want you to type for me now. One material thing you would like to buy if you have the power before the end of this year. Just give me any one. Type it. I want to see. Don't write a car, please. Be very specific. Number 1 rule of engagement here is specificity. Please remember that. It's very important. Take your time to type specific for me. Don't just say car, a mansion. Okay, mansion is a bit specific. I like that. Okay, somebody would like to buy 2 Bitcoin. Fantastic. Specific. Somebody would like to buy a house. That's not so specific. A mansion in Lekki. Fantastic. I like that. A class 2019 sedan Mercedes Benz. Okay. Good. 45 million worth of house in Lekki. Good. 3 acres of land for my farming business. Fantastic. A duplex. A mansion on a hill. A fashion empire. Victoria Denny, that is not specific. A new phone, Anthony, that is not specific. I could buy you a touchlight phone. Is that what you want? It's also new because you have to, you know, a 330 Benz car, a black 2020 Toyota Tundra. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Move my family to Canada. Obi Felix, that is not a material thing. What material thing? Okay. Material thing. A 5-bedroom duplex in Abuja, fantastic. Great. A house at Banana Island. Okay, good. I don't know series of cars, but I would love to gift my husband a Benz. Fantastic. There's this very big truck that they used to carry petrol or whatever, or carry this thing. It's Benz logo that is there too. So maybe that's the one you want to buy for your husband. You better be specific. Which one is you want to buy your husband a Benz? His truck you want to buy. Bole Kaja. A 3-bedroom bungalow in Asaba. All right. A luxurious self-contained apartment. Where? The 2021 Range Rover. Thank you, Festus. I like that. A mansion with private cinema, 20 acres of land, buy 5 Bitcoin, etc. Yeah, we can go on and on. Beautiful. Now, so that is a material. All right. Why I told you to be specific is because I want you for a moment to picture what you're about to type for me. How many of you pictured what you typed? Type 111. You were able to see it in a flash. Type 111. You saw it in a flash. Good. Question number 1. Okay, question number 2. Did you see it in a flash? Was question 1. Question 2. How many of you know that all the things you wrote for me already exist? Type 777. Everything you just wrote currently exists. The Bitcoin exists, the mansion exists, the 2021 Range Rover exists, the house exists. Everything you just wrote for me, or those of you who have written it down, everything you've written down currently, they exist. Amazing. Chris, you can't hear me. Why? Don't let village people come and eat that. Oh, God. I don't know. Somebody help him. This is not a class you want to miss anything I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have abundance of money, cash, how many of you believe you will be able to buy all the things you have written for me before the end of this year? Yeah, you buy everything before the end of this year if you have abundance. All of you listening to me right now have money. You all have money. What you do not have yet is abundance. Abundance of it, a lot of it, enough and more. That is what you do not have access to as at today, physically. All right. So prosperity is you having abundance to acquire that particular asset or material that you just wrote down or you just typed for me. So fortunately, that is what all of us try to get. We all try to achieve abundance of cash, a lot of it. We want to prosper, we want to build wealth, we want to make a lot of money. That is good. But that is not success. That is not success. It's a form of success. All right? Abundance, increase, having more than enough is prosperity. All right? But success And this is why I opened with the statement I started with. Success means getting a desired good outcome. Let me rephrase that. Getting a positive, desired outcome. Getting a positive desired outcome. So when you go into any endeavor and you come out with the outcome you desire, you call it success. When you're a student and you get into school and you get the type of grade you wanted, you call it success. Not so? When you get the type of man you've always wanted to get, you call it success. When you finish anything and it comes out the way you want it to be, it is success. Inside of this is your health. So success are those little areas and aspect of your life that is working. Are you getting where I'm going with this? So getting a desired outcome is different from abundance. Getting abundance is a desired outcome in itself, but that is not the entirety of success. So your life is already successful because there are so many things that are working already in your life. Your health is working. All right. You're not on a deathbed. There's a lady that is very dear to me that was assisting with business in one of the countries in Africa. And she's been under the radar for a while. And recently I had to speak to her. And she said she would like to see me first to have some kind of talk. I said, okay, please, by all means, let's get to see. So I went to her country and then she came to see me. And when I got into the country, the day I got in, was supposed to see, but she said she slumped and she was at the hospital and she didn't know what happened to her and all that. And the results are still progressive and all that. And, but she was fine at the time she was able to speak to me, which was like 2 days after. And eventually she got discharged. You know, she was good. And then decided to show up. And then when she came, the way she looked at me and hugged me, I was like, okay, what's going on? What's this mystery talk you wanted to do face to face? And then she showed me a part of her body and announced to me that she's got cancer. And for the next 1 hour of our conversation, I saw a lady, I was hearing a lady who had given up completely on life. She could not even stand. She could not sit. She just wants to lie down. The last time I saw her was probably 5 months ago. She was one of the healthiest persons on the planet. I was even feeling a bit sickly. She was very healthy. And everything I say, she just say, if she's alive, she's even tired. She wants to go. There is a high possibility that all of you listening to me right now do not have cancer. That is success. You might not have food, but you are not counting days to your own death. You might not have clothes. You might be in debt. All right? Being in debt is a good thing anyway, because it means you have some numbers to your name. It's just that there's minus behind those numbers. Just clear the minus and you are rich. So I'm owing people 50 million. Yeah, you are 50 million rich. It reminds me, some time ago, we invited a lady to come and speak. And she said, when I was 28 years old, I was owing 38 million. And all of us were shouting, myself and my friends, we were shouting like, 28 years and you are owing. We have not even seen 1 million together at that time. And we are all 28 years old. And we have not seen 1 million together. We have not seen it together. You have seen it and you are owing it. You are a big woman, powerful person. What a mindset. So flip that number you are owing and let that debit become credit. Let that debt become credit. And that's just all it takes, really. So you can flip it. My point is, yes, all of that might happen to you. But that is not everything about your life. For the people who might be in debt, let me just share this little story. I'm not going to tell you the full story, but I'm just going to say a few things about it. A couple of years ago, I woke up one day and realized that my company, by extension myself, was in debt of over 700 million naira. 700 million. I just realized that. I just woke up and realized that I was owing 700 million. I was laughing and happy. You know why? How can Omo Yalakara? Let me explain if you don't understand this language I just spoke. A poor boy from a poor ghetto selling food on the streets, making nothing up to $10 per day in sales, not profit. Living in the slum, the dirtiest of houses, Kadabasha. Grow to a level that is owing 7. I don't blow. I mean, my life has changed. Count your blessing. Count your blessing. I'm owing 700 million. I don't blow. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I feel like that. And other times I can't sleep. I feel like the ground should swallow me and I couldn't go out. I couldn't post on social media. Because there's nothing I post. Somebody will come and say, it's a scam, he's owing us. I got advices from all kinds of people. Oh God. Sometimes I wonder, how did I make the mistake? How did I make the miscalculation? Where did I go wrong? If only I had listened more. If only I had hesitated in doing that deal. If I kept reminiscing and thinking about what I could have changed. That was my life. But I was grateful. Grateful that my idea even worked to the level that I could owe people that kind of money. Recently, a 21-story building collapsed in Lagos. People had paid for that building. Unfortunately, the owner of the company That real estate company also died in that incident. And I couldn't but just wonder, the people who had paid for those apartments, what was going to be their fate? The majority of them paid $1 million already. Some paid more than $1 million already. No apartments, no company to hold responsible, no creditor to pay their debts. Money just poof, disappeared. Right? So, point number one, the lesson from all of this is your life have a lot of successes and you have to be grateful for them. That you are able to watch me to this time is a success. Be grateful for it. Be grateful for it. It's a big, big, big deal. So, how did I solve my debt, whatever? I'm still owing though. I'm still owing. But none of you will ever know, except I'm telling you now. Yeah, that same company is still owing 160 million. It's still owing. My lawyers are giving all kinds of advices, but my own personal person says no. I will personally raise that money and buy that company so that that company can pay every of its creditors, all right, and renew its name, and by extension, that my company owe people money. We did business and investment got bad, but we were able to pay everybody. I just wanted that ego for myself. I just wanted that for myself. So how did I get out of them? How did we reduce it from 700 plus million to only 160 million? First, we had to separate the debt, the things that went wrong, from our personality. First, we have to forgive ourselves for all the wrong decisions we made. I believe that as human, we can miscalculate. As human, we can be very sure about something and then it doesn't happen at some other time. As humans, we can make mistakes. And the moment you forgive yourself, a burden leaves you and your brain can begin to sense and see opportunities around. All right? And that was exactly what we did. Number two is I decide to reason with everyone we are owing, everyone involved. Majority of them are not reasonable. Majority of them lawsuit here and there, death threat here and there, all kinds of things. But you have to separate your emotions from all of these things and focus on the task around. So first you do the maths, write down exactly how much you are owing and who you are owing and how much you are owing every person involved. So after you have written it down, you speak to each of them. I acknowledge I'm owing you X amount. This was my mistake. This was what we did that created this. There are two things that are on the table, and I hope we'll be able to save both. One is that you do not lose out completely at the end of the day, which means that you get your money. Number two is that we can secure our relationship and most likely do business together in the future. If we can't do number two, at least we can get number one done. And I'm sure we have a common interest in at least number one, which is you want your money back. Please realize, if anything bad happens to me and I'm no longer alive, your money is gone. You might get a bit of satisfaction, but there's no satisfaction you will get by me going away. that will outweigh you getting your money maybe a few years down the line. It will never outweigh it. So I have no intention to defraud you. But here is me, transparent. Maybe 40% of them will be reasonable and say, okay, so what do you suggest? What do we do? Maybe the 60% will say, who cares? I want my money. Da, da, da. Yeah, they are unreasonable people. And most of them are also owing people. Remember the story of that servant that the master forgave a lot of debts, but went away from the master's presence and then went to meet a low man that was owing him and put him in jail. You that they just forgave a lot of debt, you went to put someone else in jail. That is the life of a lot of people. Simple, pure human nature. So when you understand this, you will not let your emotion get in the way. The first thing you're owing, separate your emotions from the deal. Write down how much you are owing and who you are owing what. Find out what you did wrongly. Prepare a short statement about it. Let the people you are owing get it, either by mail, SMS, WhatsApp, call, physical meeting, whatever means that is necessary. Let them know. All right? Eventually, some of them will come and support the things you are doing. I had people, listen to me, guys, who said, Sam, I believe you. I have more money. If there are things you want to do, businesses you want to run, that will allow you raise money to pay us, I will invest more money into you. But they didn't do that when I'm owing them and I disappear. Pew. I'm avoiding their calls. I'm not picking their calls. I'm not talking to them. I pick calls even though I know you want to insult me. Sometimes I just remove the phone. When I notice the frequency of what the person is saying has gone down, I'll put it back. I said, I feel your pain. I understand. There is nothing you say that is not right. But believe me, what is most important to both of us is that you get paid. So if you will give me a few minutes, let me just share with you what I plan to do that will give you that mutual desire of you getting your money. Can I do that? The person that was ranting and shouting will not say, I'm listening. Simple as that. So you will win some. Celebrate the ones you win. And some of them might even give you opportunities and different things you could do. You never can tell. One of the biggest person that company was owing, I think had about 5 million with us. He has not collected a dime since the time. And every time he calls me, he prays for me and encourages me. I have asked some that have called and said, you know what's happening? I've done businesses before. I understand how these things work. You don't have to pay me again. I've counted it as a loss, but I want you to be more careful next time to do this, do that, do that. I wrote the advice down, celebrated the person. Some of them will write it off. Some of you have been knowing people for 2 years, 1 year. Those people did not die. Maybe they can survive without your money. If they were robbed, they would have moved on. So why kill yourself? Why kill your creativity? Why impede your energy, which we're going to talk about in the course of the 21 days? Because you are owing somebody or some people or some company. Why? There is no rich man on this earth that is not owing. The greatest and biggest economy on the planet or country on the planet is built on debts. How many of you know? The problem is they don't come out and look beggarly. They are saying, America is the greatest nation in the world, but they are the biggest debtor in the world. They run the biggest Ponzi scheme in the world. Go and do this research. They are the biggest scammer, but because it's governmental, so it's legal. It's legal. And they call the shot, they determine everything. So if America is not cowering in their own debt. Why should you? How much are you owing? All right. So gratitude is the key. Is the major thing you are missing. You are focused on what is not working so much that you neglected what is working. I've thought about your health, your ability to be alive. You even went to school. Some of you have a degree. Some of you have multiple degrees. Some of you are married. There are your mates who are still praying to get married because it's important to them. And they see themselves as a failure because they are not married. But you are not married, but you have a car. There are some married people that don't even have bicycle. And they are judging the success of their marriage based on what they lack. There are married people that beat themselves up every now and then, and they wish they are not married. But you stopped your life's growth because you are not married. I can go on and on. You know exactly what it is that you want result for. You need a lot of money, you need to buy things, you need to do this, you need to do that. Great. But please, the journey to achieving this begins with the attitude of gratitude. So I want everybody to close their eyes. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to move to a realm that is beyond your physical. If you are not driving, if you are driving, please park to do this. Close your eyes. Let me make the music come up a little bit. Just begin to imagine the things. Tell me as you see your eyes open. Please close it. I want you to just close it. Please do everything I ask you to do. This is just going to take a minute. Close your eyes and imagine everything that is working in your life. Try to imagine where you were 10 years ago, what you lacked 10 years ago that you now have today. And I want you to keep repeating the word, I'm grateful. Close your eyes and imagine it. Take 1 minute to do this and keep repeating the word, I'm grateful. Once you think about one thing, just say, I'm grateful. You are not in prison. You're not dead. You're not on a sick bed. I'm grateful. You probably have eaten today. Just think as many things that can come to your mind. That is success. I am grateful. I am grateful. Please open your eyes. Some people find it difficult to close their eyes for for a minute or two. Maybe they thought something was going to come and carry them. Nothing would carry you, don't worry. Assignments before you sleep tonight. I want you to write minimum of 20 things that you are grateful for. Minimum 20 different things that you are grateful for. Minimum of 20 different things you are grateful for. You can write 50, you can write 100. Just try to write as many as possible. I'm going to give you a link to this music that is playing. It's on YouTube. You can be able to play it. First use of your earpiece, or you can get any relaxing music for meditation on your own. You can just search for it. Play that music in your earpiece so that you don't disturb people around and so that you can focus. And I want you to start speaking on each of those things you have written down and say, for being alive, I am grateful. Repeat that as many times as possible tonight. For being alive, I am grateful. So somebody please help me type it so that those who are not here who can't hear me will see it. I want you to write minimum 20 things you are grateful for. 20 things minimum. You can write 100, you can write 1,000. Minimum 20 things you are grateful for. Play this meditation music and start with each of them and say, for this I am grateful, for that I am grateful, for that I am grateful, for that I am grateful. Keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. Keep repeating it. While you are doing that, something is going to begin to happen to you. Something is going to begin to happen to you. I want you to get your notepad close by and your pen close by. Some thoughts will begin to open up in your mind. Some insights will begin to open up in your mind. Some task will begin to open up in your mind. I want you to begin to write those things down. Number 4 on our list of 7 is observe. And we're going to get into that observation. Observation is the key to everything we are doing. You can run this spiritual process with me for 21 days. If you do not observe, it's going to be a waste for you. It's going to be a waste for you if you do not observe. All right? So, the more you keep repeating what you are grateful for, the first thing that is going to begin to happen to you is you will begin to cry and begin to be happy at the same time. Some of you will be more emotional, some of you will be less emotional, but don't hold yourself back. You can lock yourself in the toilet if you don't have privacy where you live. Lock yourself. You need to be alone to do this. All right, you need to be alone. Just an exercise of minimum of 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Write as many things as possible. Think deep. Go as far back as when you were born, all you could remember, or stories about your childhood that they told you. Think about it, everything. Remember your classmates that are not even alive. Remember your classmate that could not even get a degree. Remember that you have eaten today and somebody has not eaten. Be grateful for each of, write all of these things down. The more you say all these things, you begin to see how much energy you have bottled up, that you have impeded from flowing. And these things are going to begin to open up something in you. Some of you will break into tears and cry. Some of you will be, I know all of you will have a crying emotion and a happy emotion mixed together. You're going to have a crying emotion and a happy emotion mixed together. Yeah, that's the link to the music I'm playing. I'm also going to drop it in the group. And then for those who are watching this later, there's going to be a button under for you to be able to get the music as well. Or better still, just type slow music for meditation. All right, relaxing music for meditation. You'll get a couple of them. The music has some elements that works in your brain and just help to unlock some kind of things there. This is what we do in church when we play worship music, all these strings and whatever. It opens up a part of our brain that accesses our spirituality. We are all spiritual beings. Doesn't matter your religion. Religion is human's effort to embrace his spirituality. We are all spiritual beings. All right, so there are some, and the gateway to our spirit is our mind, our emotion, our mind is the gateway to our spirit. So when you release some things to your mind, all right, when you release some things to your mind, it opens up the gateway to your spirit. All right, so the spiritual you becomes powerful. The spiritual you becomes powerful. And that is why in these 21 days, you're going to drink a lot of water. I want you to drink more water, twice minimum, than you normally would drink. More water, twice than you would normally would drink. So when you are doing this assignment, this meditation, you need to drink water. A lot of it. A lot of it. A lot of it. All right? I will tell you the mystery behind that later. So, this is the focus for tonight, the beginning of this entire process. Tomorrow, I'm going to begin to teach these things and then also what we need to do. So, get the assignment right. The meditation music playing on an earpiece in your ear. Very important. Please don't play it on speaker. Play it on earpiece as loud as your ear can accept, so that you separate yourself from your immediate environment. This exercise is just 30 minutes only. 30 minutes only. Do that tonight. Now, number 3 of our 7-point agenda is day and night. Day and night. So I want you all to set 2 alarms. 2 alarms. Set one for 6 p.m., 6 a.m. Or you can pick, depending on your time zone, set one for your waking moment. Set one on your waking moments and set one in the night. So this is what I would do. I will set one at 6 a.m. and I'll set one at 12 midnight or 11:59 p.m. 5:59 a.m. and 11:59 p.m. That's what I would do. And I will make sure that we'll finish up our nightly meeting, probably 1 hour. So there will be a lot of time. But when you're in Dubai, it's going to be like 12 a.m. and all of that. So I want you all to take minimum of 15 minutes at the waking moment and at the night moment. Minimum of 15 minutes at the waking moment and the night moment. Plug in your meditation music. Put up your affirmation. The affirmation you are doing tomorrow is gratitude. All these things you are grateful for. You will keep reading it and say, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. With your notepad and your pen close to you, when insight comes, you write it down. When insight comes, you write it down. Separate yourself from every distraction. Do this in the bathroom if you have to. And don't do this on a vehicle to work. Those of you who go to work at 6 a.m., set your own time for 4 a.m. Don't set at 6 a.m. If you know 6 a.m. you are going to be in a public bus or a public train. All right? Just at your waking moment, 15 minutes. It's a ritual you have to do every day. All right? So tomorrow's own is gratitude. Gratitude. Okay? Gratitude. Can we set it at our convenience? Yes. Yes, at your waking moment. Waking moment before you begin any activity for the day. Before you begin any activity for the day, first thing you want to do, make sure your phone doesn't go off. You are able to play this music. Open your mind, unlock your brain, and focus, and say all these things out. All right? Tonight, you're starting tonight. You are all starting tonight. Tonight, you must do minimum of 30 minutes on this. As I'm talking, be writing them. Be writing all the things you're grateful for. Write as many things as possible. It's already in the group. Everything you need is already in the group, on the group rather. All right. So this right here, minimum of 30 minutes tonight. But from tomorrow, at the waking moment you set the alarm, you must do this for 15 minutes minimum. You can always go above and beyond. Because some of you will lose track of time anyway. You can always go above and beyond, but do it for minimum of 15 minutes. The outcome of this is the things you are able to observe. Please, that's why you need a new journal. What you are able to observe is the outcome of this. That is where the secret is. Okay? So, what you are able to observe is the key thing. So, do it until that observation begins to happen. All right? So, we are going to. So, all your affirmation for day one, all through tonight, tomorrow morning, and tomorrow night is gratitude. Gratitude. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. Be grateful for the gift of me in your life. I am grateful for the gift of you in my life. That's one thing to be grateful for. Be grateful for your children. Be grateful for things that are not producing the type of results you want, but they are already producing some kind of results. Appreciate those things. You grow when you do that. And when you grow, you attract things, because things will now become necessity, not luxury. But luxury becomes a necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Write that down. Luxury becomes a necessity. Becomes necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Luxury becomes a necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Luxury becomes a necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Luxury becomes a necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Luxury becomes a necessity when you learn to appreciate little things. Can I teach you a simple secret? Be grateful for all the negative things as well. Be grateful for all the negative things as well. That's the fastest secret to unlock this energy. This is the first level of energy we are going to unlock. Be grateful for the negative things as well. Because everything positive or negative is based on your interpretation. Inside every negative is positive. Inside every positive is negative. Have you ever seen a movie that the good guy or the hero defeats the villain? So the people on the side of the villain, that is somebody's son. That is somebody's father. That is somebody's husband. That is somebody that people depend on for their livelihood. But you rejoice because your own guy punches him. So, if you failed at something, you lost money, things didn't happen well to you, you got abused when you were young, you got raped when you were young, you had children out of wedlock, you lost somebody that is dear to you, you lost something that is dear to you, be great. Say those things specifically. For this guy raping me at age 10, I am grateful. It's difficult to say, but if you can do it, you'll be shocked what you are going to unlock. You'll be shocked. So write both positive and negative and be grateful for them. The more you repeat these things and you are grateful for them, with this music plugged in, which means you separate yourself from distractions, you will begin to observe. Things will begin to come to your mind. You're going to have that mixed emotion. And that is going to begin to create that energy flow that we need for the rest of these 21 days. Now, please note, 21 days is not the end of this. This is the beginning of what will become your lifestyle. We want to do this consistently for 21 days so that it can become our habits. If you have any disease, be grateful for it. Be grateful for it. I want to welcome you all to this 21-day spiritual journey. Everything about your life is about to change. Everything. Everyone can do strategy. Everyone can learn skills. Everyone can run ads. Everyone can start business. But not everyone does these things that I've just shared with you. Please remember your 7 keywords. Your mouth, which is what you are using. You shall meditate with your mouth. Meditation is not just doing this. Meditation is with your mouth. Please, that is very important. Your mouth. Your destiny is shaped with your mouth because your words are powerful, and that's where we're going to begin tomorrow's lesson from. Day and night, that is what we are taking. So set an alarm for the morning, the day, set an alarm for the night. Words must be released. Spiritual laws must be set in motion. I explained, those of you who have watched the 3 hours training on the three secrets of success, that everything indeed is energy and memory, energy and information. Everything, physical, they are all energy. And we all attract and change from one form to another based on configuration, subatomic level, quantum physics. So it is very important. So day and night, what do? Observe. That's number 4. Then to do. We're going to get into the doing part. It's very important. So like I said, number 6 and 7 is output. Then number 1 to 5 are inputs. So our output of these 21 days is prosperity, abundance, and ability to complete every task we do and get the desired outcome. Desired outcome in our health, desired outcome in our bone, desired outcome in our body, desired outcome in our marriage, desired outcome in our relationship, desired outcome in every areas of our life, academics, whatever it is you're doing, desired outcome. So that is the goal, that is the output, but the input are your mouth shall meditate day and night, to observe, and then to do. So what it means is every observation is going to become our action plan, our strategy, our daily activities, our daily routine, in line with whatever it is our hands are find to do, so that we can begin to see the prosperity, the abundance, the increase in cash, the increase in cash flow, the increase in assets, and then of course have good success in every other areas of our life. I said you observe when things come to your mind. When you do this meditation, when you are doing your affirmation, when you are doing this meditation stuff I just ask you to do, things are going to start to come to your mind. Pick your biro and your notepad and write them down. Pick your biro and your notepad and write them down. Nobody's sleeping on me. Nobody is sleeping on me. Okay, there is someone on this call that I'm not sure exactly if you are here now or you're going to watch this replay. Somebody did something very bad to you or to somebody very dear to you, and you have not been able to forgive the person. You have tried, but you can't. You can't. I want you to make it a task during these 21 days to get to forgive the person. And how will you do it? You're going to write the name of the person and what the person did. And you're going to keep on using your mouth to meditate the name and the offense of the person day and night, saying you forgive this person. You forgive this person. It's going to make you cry. It's going to make you tear. You have to keep on saying it until you no longer feel that hurt. The moment that happens, you'll be shocked. There are so many things you've been trying to do and achieve for years that are just piling, and none of them was working. These things will come back. This time around will work so well. They will call you back for some things, projects. They will call you back. So What this means is your unforgiveness towards this person or this group of people, I'm not sure exactly what entity, has unlocked a certain energy in you. And that energy has limited the type of results, the type of prosperity you are able to access. I don't know who you are, but that is your own focus. Our job is to unlock every energy that is caged so that we can resonate at the same frequency with the things we desire. Of course, yes, Vera, you can. The secret is to keep saying it. It's still the same 7 steps. Your mouth must meditate, must say continually. All right, your mouth must say continually, day and night, continually for as long as you can, until something broke inside of you. All right, then you start to observe, because ideas, information, insights, things are going to come to your mind no matter what. And that's why I want you to use the music, so that you absent yourself from surrounding noise. Then from that, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. This is great. Yes, Vera, I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult. Let me close with this story. "11 years ago, I moved to the city of Lagos to stay with, gosh, this is deep. To stay with somebody that had asked me to come for mentorship and was going to support my dreams and all of that. But when I got to Lagos, what I expected was not what I saw. I was staying, I had to go and squat with a friend who were in university together, and he was serving at the time. I had extra years. He was serving in a farm, and for one reason or another, he claimed that he was not being paid, so he was broke. And we didn't have food to eat. So he goes to work and comes back, and whatever we found, we would share together. And things got so bad that he was in charge of a piggery, and they feed piggery with defective sausage roll, what we call gala, from UAC company. So the defective sausage roll that the company made that they could no longer sell, maybe it got burnt or the machine made an error or something, that's what they pack and sell to this pig farm. And it was meant to be the feed for the pigs. And that is what myself and my friend were eating. The moment they bring this gala, we select the good ones. And we got some gari. You can Google what gari is if you're not Nigerian. And we'll select that, and then we'll drink gari with this pig food. Unknown to me, my friend had money. Whenever he goes out, he will buy fried rice and chicken and eat at eatery. And come back home and will eat this sausage roll with me. I found out later when I saw his bank withdrawal booklet, and I saw the way he has been withdrawing. So I confronted him, and then of course he confessed. My life was nothing. I would lap this grown-up guy on a public bus from Ibeshe to Ikorodu Center, because we were trying to get to Oshodi and we didn't have enough transport fare. And I would go to Ikorodu Teaching Hospital to go to a lady that was trying to date and ask her for money. And she would give me money. She had a car. She was doing pretty fine. I mean, this particular day, she was looking so clean, and I looked at my life. I didn't even have money to shave. I didn't even have money to shave. So that was how my life was. The most important person in my life, the person I loved the most in my life at that time, was my younger sister, our last born. She reminds me a lot of my dad that I was really never close to. She reminds me a lot of myself when I was a lot younger, about her age. And I was so close to her. She's very brilliant, very talented. She could sing, she could play instruments, and she was the top of her class. She was always the leader, everything she does. And to crown it all, she's extremely beautiful. Some of you saw me give her out in marriage a few months ago in Lagos, because we don't have parents anymore. At this time, my mom was still alive, but you know. So there was this young man. I call him young man because he's quite young, but he was at least 10 years older than me. My younger sister is about probably 6-7 years younger than I am. So this guy definitely is about 17 years older than my younger sister. He was the one that teaches all of them WAEC, preparing them for high school leaving certificates, and then for their joint JAMP and what have you, all the young ones in the area. And he's such a good teacher, so he was doing no blessing. They were paying him and all. And all of the time that I was in school, busy with projects and all, it was really helping my mom. Was pretty close to the family. And one day, I was in Lagos, struggling. And I got a call from my older sister. And she did a lot of preambles. And she arrived to a news that probably the worst news I've ever had in my life. And the news was that my younger sister, the lady that I love the most and that I just told you about is pregnant. And yeah, that was a big news. But the difficult part of that news was who was responsible. And it turned out to be this 17 years older guy who was meant to teach her for our WAEC. She was just about to write WAEC. That is high school. She was just about to finish high school. And they knew about this whole thing and kept it from me until it became pregnancy. I have never felt such a rage before in my life. I don't get angry. Anyone that's close to me, they ask me, do you even ever get angry? I've never felt so much rage in my life. The number one thing that came to my mind was the guy should be killed. That's the first thing. And I know who could do such nonsense, because from my secondary school to my university days, people who are in cultism respect me a lot. So I have their contact. They respect me a lot. So I know who I could call. They won't even collect it. They will do it as a favor. So yes, I thought about it. But Vera, you know what I did instead? I locked myself up in the room that day, that same day. And I was mentioning the full name of this guy. I was in tears. I continued this for hours. I forgive you. I kept mentioning his name and I kept saying, I forgive you. I kept mentioning his name and I kept saying, I forgive you. It was difficult. Very, very difficult and painful. I didn't know, but you know, there are different things that affects different people. You might have strength in that area, and another person might not have strength in the area. So I kept saying it. I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you, over and over and over. I spent hours. I can't remember how many hours, but it was hours, until I felt a bit of relief. Then I called my mom. I think it was my mom that called me, or maybe it was my sister. But I shall remember I called my mom after several hours of mentioning this guy's name and saying I forgive him. The guy ran away when, you know, the news came and all that. I was not in the same city with them, and I didn't go for 2 years. I didn't go for 2 years. But I kept saying this thing. Every time I remember this guy, I kept saying it. And the first time I went home, I told them to call him, that I want to see him. He ran away completely. Turns out the guy has been sober. The more I did those things, he just wanted to talk to me. And the day I saw him, all I had was just pity. I just had pity on him. A boy was born. They named him after me. He's 10 years old. He's one of the most brilliant kids I've ever seen. Extremely talented. Very good looking. He's 10 years old. The lady who was my sister is happily married to the love of her life and will soon be having twins. And she told me recently that her husband is the best thing that's ever happened to her. That he was just God sent in every area. I've never shared this story with anybody. was not in my inner circle 11 years ago, I've not shared it with anybody. You all saw the wedding now. At least we try small. So, after I let go of this guy, things started to change for me. It was slow at some point, but from then, I saw steady growth in everything about my life. Do you know till today, that guy still comes to my DM on Facebook. That's the only access he has to me. And he begs me for two things. For money or for job. He still did this last month. It's been 11 years. That's been 11 years. He still sends me a message. That if I see any job, he's married now, he has children. So, Vera, I'm not sure what happened to you or anyone else on this call, whoever is watching this later, no matter what they did to you, they empty you. Because that energy is going to surge far above whatever you think you can ever achieve or become. Just let go. It won't happen today. This will be your day and night meditation for the next 21 days and beyond. Until something breaks in you and you no longer feel that pain when you think about the situation. Or you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked what is going to happen to you afterwards. So forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. All right? It's not for them. It is for you. You remain at the level you are, except you unlock that energy. Okay? So, just like that. Yes, it's going to be painful. Yes, you may break things. Because you're going to relieve the odds over and over and over again. But the power is in the meditation, the repetition of these things. So keep doing it, keep saying it. You're going to get to that level. Eventually, it's going to break out. Okay? I want to thank you all for staying with me for the first session. This is just introduction. You're going to see mystery from tomorrow. All right, so let's get to work. We've got an assignment to do. Write minimum 20 things you're grateful for. Right? There's no maximum. Just write as many things. Write the good and the bad things and keep saying them. You have to be audible. Please don't be saying, I'm grateful for this. No, say it out. I'm grateful for this. Say it out. If you can shout, shout. If where you are permits you to shout, shout, cry, do whatever. Thank God you are by yourself. But while you are doing it, please observe. It's very important. Observe. All right? We'll take the conversation to the group. I think the group is currently locked. Well, I think we're going to unlock it so that you can share your experiences and other people can also learn from it. And those who are watching this later, we're not doing this live, we're watching the program later. You're also probably going to have a place where you can send your own personal stuff, things you feel like sharing, you all have my contact, so feel free to share things with me. We're supporting each other for these 21 days, and we want to make sure everyone loses all the energy we are bottling together and be able to grow. All right? Thank you very much, everybody. Oh my goodness. It feels like we should continue, but we got 21 days. Don't worry. We'll be able to take it